We check in with weather right now. Let's bring in Paul, our chief meteorologist. I need that Barca lounger.
That looked pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was pretty nice, you know,
Yeah.
with the confetti coming out too, little drink holders on both sides.
Yeah, it's a pretty good way to tailgate.
Yeah.
And the weather's pleasant for it this
Well, I was
evening,
going to say,
too.
it's like it's perfect football weather, right?
Pretty much perfect for all the crowds gathering this afternoon. It'll be pleasantly cool as we head through the rest of this evening. The big story this week is going to be the fog that develops as I manage to straighten out my tie here. All right, little mid-weathercast adjustment there. Went too far. Let's take a look at what we expect as we head through the next several days. Morning fog giving way to afternoon sunshine. Pleasant temperatures are going to be with us throughout the week. Normally cool in the mornings, normally mild in the afternoon. Very few day-to-day changes. I think maybe slightly less fog by late week, but absolutely no rain in sight for the next 7 days at least. And with the same weather pattern trapping the fog in the Central Valley, it also tends to trap some pollution near ground level. Specifically this time of year with the chillier overnight low temperatures, more folks using those wood-burning stoves and fireplaces. Air quality got into the moderate category, all the yellow dots on the map today, and some of those kind of tilting towards orange, indicating unhealthy for sensitive groups air quality. The forecast for the rest of the week is those yellow dots moderate, but we'll keep you updated if there are any spare the air days issued. Beautiful post-sunset skies. We look to the west from the Mark Hopkins Hotel. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s across the board. Everybody between 56 degrees in Concord to 59 degrees in San Jose. As we head through the rest of tonight, those numbers will drop off into the 40s across the board, which is normal for this time of year. And the fog is going to spread out. Again, all of that fog through the Central Valley, backing up through some of the gaps in the terrain, including through the Delta, into the interior valleys of the Bay Area. So a foggy start to the day. Once the sun comes up, it'll go to work trying to dissipate that fog. It's going to have a hard time doing it in the Central Valley, but I do think we are going to see this fog around the Bay Area making its way out of the region as we head towards about late morning tomorrow. Should see more sunshine breaking through, warming temperatures up to what's basically normal for this time of year. Let's take a look at those forecast highs for tomorrow. Mostly in the 60s, but all the way up to around 70 degrees near Salinas, 68 degrees in Hollister. Those will be some of the warm spots around the entire region. Temperatures up into the mid 60s in San Jose. Not as warm east of the Oakland Hills. Only 59 degrees in Fairfield. Again, the influence of that morning fog slowing down the warm up. It's one of the rare instances where Fairfield is going to be several degrees cooler than Half Moon Bay. 63 degrees for high temperature at the coast, 62 in San Francisco, with temperatures in the North Bay making it up into the mid to even upper 60s by tomorrow afternoon. Not bad for late November. In terms of those rain chances, let's take a look at the rain chart over the next 7 days. And, well, there are no rain chances. There's a little bump here on Saturday. Some of the forecast data is trying to bring a storm system that's not going to have access to a whole lot of moisture close enough to the Bay Area for a little 10% chance of a shower. I would not worry about that either for travel purposes or just planning anything outside for the last weekend of November. Temperatures are going to go up and down over the course of the next 10 days, but generally running slightly above average. Average high temperature in San Jose for today is 63. It goes down to 62 degrees later in the week, but low 60s are the coolest temperatures that we see all the way through most of next week as we head into early December. So a pretty pleasant weather pattern. Again, eventually we're going to be wanting a return of some rain chances, but at least it's avoiding us for a busy travel week this week. Again, morning fog giving way to afternoon sunshine for the next few days, and then we'll see more of a mix of clouds and sunshine from Friday through the weekend and to begin the post-Thanksgiving work week. Very few day-to-day changes. This is the forecast for the whole Bay Area. Pretty much everybody on an even playing field temperature-wise, very close to what is typical for the last days of November.